Hey everybody out there on YouTube, it's Mike here at WHM Metals, and today I'm going to make a video pretty much just asking a question of my fellow stackers on YouTube as to where I should buy a few of my upcoming purchases. Now, I'm home for the spring break, and my dad and I started talking. He's been collecting coins for a long time, and he said, oh, we should go through my big bucket full of coins and sort of make a graph, sort of like the Excel document I made, which would document everything that he has just so he knows what he has. And as we were going through it, we were looking online as to what the value of them is and how much they've appreciated. I mean, he has like mint sets from the 60s and the 70s and proof sets from, the 80s and whatnot. And so we went online and we looked up a few of them, and he was taken back by how much the numismatic value was. And oftentimes he paid a lot more than what they're worth right now. Like a lot of the mint cents he paid like $25 for, and there's estimated to sell, like $5, $6. And I felt really bad for him. And that sort of got me thinking about, what I'm doing. A lot of the coins that I've been buying have a little bit of numismatic value. However, it's not why I purchase it. I buy it more because I personally like the design. But anyways, so as we were going through them, it's heartbreaking to see that stuff that he'd paid $25 for, hoping it had gone up in value, had actually depreciated, and it sort of made me think of the bubble that Rocky always talks about. Rocky's always talking about how there is a bubble, and I finally understand what that means. How he's talking about how there's a certain amount of people that are going to want it, and then as soon as like the series is over, or whatnot, it's more likely going to burst, and it's going to be worth less. So what I want to do is I want to just buy some plain silver, just something to have my stack on. Obviously, I'm going to continue to buy numismatic coins, if you will, as I see them, as I see fit, and such as the silver bullet, silver shield. I'm going to be purchasing the coins that I like, the ones that are attractive to me. Not because I think they're going to go up in value or anything, but just because I like the way they look and I want them in my own collection. I've never bought a coin because I thought that it will go up in value and then I will sell it. I have always bought in terms of I like the design of it, etc. Therefore, I add it to my stack. So that won't stop. I'll probably continue to add a few ounces here and there, in terms of if they catch my eye and I just need to have them. However, I also want to have a nice base stack. So my goal is going to be to get a lot of just really low premium silver and fill up a bucket. Just take it out of the package, store it in there, sort of like a pirate chest of sort. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to try to get 10 10-ounce bars, and after that I'm going to try to accumulate 20 5-ounce bars, and then 100 1-ounce bars. So basically I'll have 100 ounces of each type, the 10-ounce bars, the 20-ounce bars, and the 1-ounce bars. So I'm going to start out with the 10-ounce bars because they often have the lowest premium. And as I was looking through them, through different websites to find these from, I was a little taken back by the differences. I thought they'd all be very similar and whatnot, but they're not at all. So the first website I went to is AppMex. Now I've only ordered through AppMex one time, and I was a little taken back by their shipping prices. Their shipping was about $20, and I thought, and I'm a Provident Metals kind of guy, and I'm used to $8 shipping, maybe 12, and I was a little taken back by that. And obviously the shipping is going to add to the ounces. So as I was looking here, I have it going 10-ounce bars, priced from low to high, and the first one that shows up is a 10-ounce miscellaneous. The mint will vary, and so it's the cheapest 10-ounce bar you can get, and you don't even know what it looks like, and it's selling for $313.94. So I was looking at that, and I thought, that's pretty high. I should preface this with the spot prices. Right now, silver is selling for $28.39. So for $313, that's a little expensive. Next, I went on Silvertown, and I kind of like the Silvertown bar. It's free shipping, so if I just want to pick one up, I think it's not a bad deal at all. But $312, so $312 shipped free to my house, not a terrible deal. Next one on Scottsdale, and Scottsdale, their cheapest one that they have, or 10-ounce bar relative, is this 10-ounce reserve silver bar, which I really like the looks of it, and they're selling for $312. Now, if you order over $500, the shipping is free, So I'm just going to say that it's $312 per 10 ounces, free shipping. So it's sort of like the Silvertown bar, except for I think it looks better, and free shipping can't beat that. So far I think AppMax and Silvertown are out of the running. I'm really liking the Scottsdale. However, if you go to Gainesville Coin, you can get a generic 10-ounce bar with a credit card for $300.10. So again, you're not sure what you're going to get, but for $300 even, not a bad deal. Now the shipping on this, I've added as many as 3 bars, and it's still $20 shipping. So it's similar to the Scottsdale in the fact that if I were to buy, after you add the shipping, it's actually very close to Scottsdale bars. So I'm still kind of leaning towards Scottsdale. However, Gainesville is also in the running. Now, lastly, we have Provident Metals. Now, I'm not sure what's going on with Provident Metals, but as you can see, their silver spot is stuck at 28.77. It hasn't dropped down to the 28, according to this thing, 28.28, and by AppMax standards, it's 28.39. So I'm not sure why it's still stuck up here at this 28.77 price. However, this is a very, very good looking bar to me. I'm actually really torn between this one and the Scottsdale. Once they update their prices, this is going to drop even more. As of right now, it's at $306.50. Once it drops, I expect it to drop down in the $300 range with about $12 shipping total. So I can get, 3 10-ounce bars and it's still going to cost me $12. So I'm sort of torn between Provident Metals. Another good thing about Provident Metals is they had a few other nice looking bars for the exact same price, $297.60. Well, that's, if you buy the maximum amount. But they have this NTR bar and the 2013 Year of the Snake. And I really like the Year of the Snake just to get one. I mean, for the same price, you know what you're getting. I think it looks kind of cool. But, so sort of looking at that, and then as well as this NTR bar. So, if Provident right now, to be honest, but what do you guys think? I'm sort of torn. I think the AppMax is out. AppMax asking $313 per 10-ounce bar. I think it's a little ridiculous, since I can get it for $300 even other places, and then they also have a $20 shipping fee. So I don't know why you'd buy from AppMax. Again, $313, $20 shipping. That's out of the running. Silvertown, I could see myself if I just wanted to buy one 10-ounce bar really quick. Free shipping, $312, not a bad deal. However, I'm looking to make a larger purchase than just one 10-ounce bar. So, for that reason, I'm not going to be looking at Silvertown for this purchase. Now, Scottsdale. I do like Scottsdale for $312. Again, although it is a little bit more expensive, I'd end up paying about $624 with free shipping. So that's not terrible. Because again, even with this, I would end up paying $620 for two random ones from Gainesville Coins. And then again, back to Provident Metals. If they would update their price from $28.77 down to the $28.29 or 28 whatever it's at, $28.30 right now, I'd really consider buying from them, just because I'd be able to order one of these, and then maybe their choice, and sort of have a Christmas. So, what do you guys think? Again, I'm still sort of torn between Scottsdale, Gainesville, and Provident Metals. I thought I'd ask my fellow YouTubers. So, thanks for watching, guys. Leave a comment below what you think would be the best place to buy it. Maybe you guys know of some other place. Right now, like I said, I'm just looking at getting 10-ounce bars as cheap as I can get mailed to my house. So if you guys know of another place, let me know. Thanks, guys, and keep stacking.